So here's what's fascinating. One of Christopher Davis's colleagues, a sales associate in Sterling Heights, just built something that could completely change the tile shop's competitive position. While everyone's talking about Home Depot and Lowe's launching AI assistants, this guy built tile-specific intelligence.
Interesting. However, according to their Q1 earnings call, the tile shop recently dropped $5 million on site core infrastructure. How is what he built something that can work with an enterprise system?
Well, he has quite the background, and the beautiful part is that what he made is middleware. Doesn't touch Davis's microservices architecture at all.
Okay, that's smart. Every CTO's nightmare is someone saying, replace everything you just built. But I'm looking at Tile Shop's numbers. 8% sales decline, traffic down 7.8%. They need ROI proof, not just competitive positioning.
The ROI story is incredibly convincing. Google Commerce shows that semantic search improves conversions 10 to 15%, and Boston Consulting Group has AOV increases of 6 to 12%.
Those are industry averages. What's that actually mean for Tile Shop's 142 stores?
$71.6 million potential annual increase. And here's the kicker. The implementation cost is basically zero since it's already built.
Okay, now you have my attention. However, enterprise deployment is never just plug and play. What about integration costs, training, and rollout?
Fair point. Christopher, this is where your microservices architecture pays off. Independent deployment, phased rollout. You can pilot 5-10 stores first.
And performance. Davis transformed their page loads from 14 seconds to 2.7. Gartner says AI processing typically adds 3 to 5 seconds.
Sub-2-second response times with full eye processing.
Really? That's impressive. How is this employee achieving that?
Let me just show you. Christopher, this demo is running with actual Tile Shop product data.
I'm Robert Scheer, and today I'm going to show you a tool that I built that can turn any website into a knowledge base. And I'm going to show you how I would normally use this if I was a end user looking to do some research. So I have this pre-made search term, which is show me 3 floor tiles under $20 per square foot. I would enter this. It would basically give me this massive list. I didn't get 3. I got way more than 3. And there are 187 pages, which isn't necessarily bad. But it also means that we have 4,481 options. And now I'm stuck going through the filter maze. I got to go select floor. Then I got to go select my materials. Then I got to go through the shapes. Then I got to go through collections and the finish and the edge. And I got to go through my prices. As a consumer, I'm busy. So what if this website had a much cleaner interface? And here is my AI chat product to turn that website that has lots of products into knowledge base. Here's going to be the output, the same keyword. Show me 3 floor tiles under $20 per square foot. Let's see, here's one for 13. Here's one for 13. And here's another one for 13. Well, these are qualified to be under $20 a square foot. It was a much faster search. I got exactly 3 results, and they're under $20. But what if I had a more complicated search? So if we go back to this, and we look for finishes, you'll see you have tumbled and brushed and satin and metallic. But what I really want is something that is slip resistant. So if I were to go here and let's say type in slip resistant. Let's see. I want to see more options than this only one anti-slip porcelain because it was named that. But you and I both know that anti-slip or slip resistant can be lots of different surfaces. It could be brushed. It could be tumbled. It could be matte or honed, right? Honed is not even an option here, but it could be. So what if I use this chat and I said something like, show me slip resistant floor tiles. That's my second criteria. Slip resistant is my first criteria. That is blue. I don't know if there's blue tile, but if there is, this rag will find it. So show me slip resistant floor tile that is blue. Okay, let's see what happens. Well, here we go. Here we have Laura Park Cosmo blue porcelain wall and floor tile. Here's another one, which is also Laura Park. And here's another one, which is also Laura Park. So I just kind of picked all three that are Laura Park. Okay, so I just typed in and used subway tile for bathroom. So here's where we went with it. Mature oatmeal frame, gloss ceramic, subway tile. So for the bathroom, yes. Essential installation materials. We'll need sanded grout, modified thin set, basic installation tools, Bacrolate, 100% silicone caulk, and grout sealer. Super. That's moving in the right direction. Okay, so let's give it another prompt. I like the upsell prompt. What DCOF rating do I need for a shower floor? Yeah, DCOF requirements, 0.6 wet rating, safety class 3. Recommendations, look for matte and texture finishes, avoid glossy polished tile, verify DCOF rating and test it under the wet conditions. Great internal and external tool and would really make a website like this a ton more user-friendly.
Okay, that was pretty convincing. Response times looked good. The cross-category stuff is useful.
Right? That subway tile query that pulled in grout and trim recommendations, that's turning a $200 tile purchase into a $500 project sale.
I can see the AOV impact. But Forrester's deployment studies show 67% of enterprise AI projects hit integration problems.
True, but most of those are trying to retrofit AI onto legacy systems. Davis built this microservices architecture specifically for this kind of capability integration.
That's actually why the timing works. The infrastructure's ready.
And here's where it gets really interesting. Licensing opportunity for the tile shop. Floor & Decor has 251 stores, and according to our competitive analysis, they're 18 months ahead technologically with their AI-powered inventory management and the Salesforce Commerce Cloud platform. But this may level the playing field for the tile shop.
I bet Floor & Decor would love to get their hands on this kind of tile-specific AI capability. It's an interesting position for Christopher to be in.
Right, but let's focus on the immediate opportunity. Christopher, your employee culture just produced exactly the kind of innovation you've been building toward.
Speaking of employee innovation, how does this actually get implemented? We've seen the demo, but what's the realistic deployment timeline for 142 stores?
That's where the systematic approach matters. Pilot program first, 5 to 10 stores, measure against those 3 performance levers, then expand based on results.
And training. Sales associates would need to understand how to use this effectively with customers.
Actually, that's the beauty of it. Christopher, the interface is conversational. Associates and customers just ask questions like they would when speaking to a real person. No complex training required.
What about customer adoption? Are customers actually comfortable with AI assistance in specialty retail environments?
The data shows customers prefer it when it actually works. That contractor in the demo got DCOF ratings, installation specs, and compliance info in 30 seconds. Try getting that from a typical sales interaction.
Let's be realistic about timing, though. How long before competitors build similar capabilities?
That's exactly why this matters now. First mover advantage in tile specialization could define on-market positioning for years.
And it aligns with Davis's whole people processes, technology philosophy. Employee innovation in solving customer problems.
Christopher, your employee culture just created a $71 million opportunity. The comprehensive analysis is ready. Deployment could start in 90 days. The question is whether you want to lead this transformation and help the tile shop catch up or watch competitors further erode sales and market share.
The competitive window won't stay open forever. 6 months from now, the landscape will look very different.
Absolutely. And that's probably a good place to wrap for today. Elizabeth, always a pleasure digging into these strategic shifts with you.
Likewise, Michael. Thanks for the insights, and thanks to everyone listening. We'll be back soon with more on AI and retail innovation. Take care.
See you next time, everyone.
Till next time.